Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Astro Jack, for Peter Astro. And I'm so excited. I'm doing a live. Basically, I'm doing a live because Mercury Retrograde has totally fucked up all my videos. That's why I've not posted anything for ages for my astrology channel. Because Mercury just fucking literally screwed me over. Deleted all my videos, deleted all my content and stuff, so I haven't been as active with my astrology stuff. So I was just like, fuck, what do I do? So I left it for a couple of weeks and then I've still been like doing all my astro stuff. And I thought, oh, if I can do a live and save it to my channel, that way all my astro content still goes on, Instagram messages. And yeah, so if you know about Mercury Retrograde, yes, astrologers are just as susceptible to Mercury Retrograde as you guys as well. So Mercury Retrograde, if you don't know, I presume you do know because you'll be watching this video. If you don't know, Mercury Retrograde is a phenomenon that happens a couple of times a year, happens about 3 times a year. So what does Mercury rule? Mercury rules communication, it rules technology, it rules things like the internet, email, text messages, how we speak, how we think, how we talk, electronic devices, for example. So yeah, my electronic device decided to literally wipe off all my astro videos. So I'm doing something different today. I'm recording on 2 devices. I'm recording on YouTube and I'm recording on my Insta. So if I'm looking at different cameras, that's why I'm doing that. So don't think I'm ignoring you, I'm totally not. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So Mercury Retrograde. Mercury is in retrograde right now. When I first recorded the video, it was a few weeks ago. The shadow period just started. So I was talking about how Mercury will start to slow down its orbit. When it starts doing that, it happens about 3 times a year. And as the planet of communication starts to slow down, as does things like progress when it comes to how we communicate, any sort of forward motion that we want regarding contracts, discussions. For example, if you're waiting on a job interview or you're waiting on a vital letter or some information, you can expect it to be delayed, miscommunication, that sort of shit. So yeah, the fact that my iPad decided to wipe all my astro videos was just typical Mercury Retro fuckery going on. So yeah, that's Mercury Retro in a nutshell. And so that usually happens for like 2 weeks of the actual retrograde, but I always count the shadow period, which is like 2 weeks leading up to it, and then 2 weeks after when Mercury will station, which means it will appear to stop its transit and then switch directions. It's not actually doing that, it's just slowing down, and when it slows down to the human eye, it looks like it's going backwards. It really isn't. But that change in transit, that change in direction, is what has the effects that it has on Earth. So yeah, so Mercury's in Cancer right now. So it'll highlight like Cancerian themes. I'm so gassed I'm doing it like this because I've got it on my live and I've got it on my live YouTube as well. So it means I can talk for ages. It doesn't have to get edited. It doesn't have to be cut. So I'm really gassed about that. But anyway, so Mercury's in Cancer. Cancer rules. Everyone's like, oh, Cancer's all about emotions, your feelings, all this sort of shit. Yeah, that is true. But Cancer's not one of the toughest badass signs as well. Like, Cancer is what is Cancer? Got a hard shell. Cancer's like a tough cookie to crack. Like Cancer's loyal. It's passionate. It stands for what it believes in. It's Cancer rule on the moon is all about family, your values, the people you class as your family, the people you keep as your family. This could be like your born family or your man-made, your chosen, your given ones, or the ones you've handpicked as your friendship circle. So yeah, this is going to be highlighting those sort of areas where things like your emotions and your feelings regarding your values, regarding your family. This is going to be a time where we're going to be wanting to kind of bearing in mind on a side note, we've had an eclipse as well on this axis, and we've got another one coming up next week on the 4th on this Cancer Capricorn axis, where we're going to be trying to strive for balance and fairness when it comes to things like your home life and work life. Cancer and Capricorn being on the opposite axes. So you have, is axis a word? Axis, whatever. And so, yeah, so with this retrograde and the eclipses as well, this is like asking us where we're challenging the right amount of energy on our home life, our career, our work. A lot of us are at home at the moment with the lockdown situations. This is very Cancerian energy as well, being at home, retrograde, going back into the home. So yeah, that's the retrograde in a nutshell. We're going to be, if you think about it, okay, so Cancer is all about the feels. Just know that you're gonna want to be using you will be using your emotions more so than your logical thinking or your rational thinking. And I don't think that's too much of a bad thing, because like if you're thinking about manifestation or attraction, getting into the vortex, all that Abraham Hicks stuff, that is all to do with feeling and emotion. Like it's about getting in the feeling and the vibration of joy and happiness. It's not about the rational thought and trying to put too much thought into it or the overthinking stuff. So actually, that Cancerian energy can be used to your advantage. So, I'm going to get stuck in and we're going to go in with the signs. I'm going to see if I can timestamp it for you on here. So, if I just grab a pen, so organised. I wasn't going to actually do the video because I was like so annoyed that my videos have been deleted. I was like, fuck this, and then I spoke to one of my friends. She's like, you have to do the videos, and so she kind of inspired me to do it. So I'm just going to grab my pen. Yeah, it's just one of my friends was like, you have to do it, you love doing these things, you're really good at doing them, so you've got to do it. So she kind of hyped me up. So I'm going to get stuck in and I'm going to straight, we're going to do things a bit differently because people always start with Aries. So we're going to start with Cancer because the retrograde is in Cancer and it is, so okay, these are all for your ascendant and your rising sign. So yeah, Cancer, this is going to be in your first house. So Cancer rising, Sun, Moon as well. Is the first house? What's the first house about? The first house is about you. It's about how you show up, how you appear, how you appear in a... Okay, so like, if you don't know your ascendant would be like how, say if you went to a party and you rocked up, that would be the first thing people would notice. So Cancer, you've got Mercury going backwards to this sign now. So this could be almost having self-doubt. It's about your image, how you look, your self-worth, your self-esteem, and this particular retrograde is making aspects to Chiron, the wounded healer, which is in Aries. So this is going to be affecting your 10th house. So if you think your 10th house is all to do with your career, this is the house of family, your parents. If it's not to do with career, this can also be to do with how you like to show up in the world. The 10th house is your public persona. So it's quite indicative really that you're going to have a lot of healing work to do with how you show up, how you like to be seen. And this could be linked to work as well, where the work that you're doing, is it of value to you? Is it what you want to be doing? Are you in alignment to your life purpose? So this can be having this retrograde with the aspects to Chiron is going to be having you question what is it that I'm doing? Am I doing things for joy? Is it fulfilling me? Is it on my sole purpose? How am I perceived by others? Am I being valued for who I am? Do I value who I am? It'll be like a question of like self-worth and self-acceptance as well. And on a more like a lower level, this could even be like going through your old clothes, wearing old clothes, and going through like all your old like shoes, accessories, and like even this can be as simple as like having an old haircut, like going back to an old style. Mercury's about revisiting, and the first house is about how you look. So you could literally be like, oh, you know what, I used to love my hair back in the day, I want to have it like that again, or that old top, or whatever, I want to start wearing that again, I haven't worn these for ages. That sort of thing on a more mundane level, from a series of like having that self-worth and self-image. But there's going to be a lot of emphasis on how you look and how you appear and how you want to be perceived by others. And so, Leo, if you are Leo rising, this is going to be your 12th house. So you have the planet of communication going to the house of the hidden house, the house of your inner mind, the house of like rest, relaxation, the house of the self, the house of like isolation. So this could have you also, this could have you being like just wanting to be on your own. Your Mercury is retreating into the 12th house, going backwards anyway, it's hitting up your 12th house. Leos love to be the life and soul. You might be going through a phase where you might be feeling just a bit burnt out and a bit like, you know what, I just need some time for me to do what I want to do on my own, and then I can come back and be a badass Leo bitch. Do you know what I mean? So even the lion needs to have time out sometimes. So Mercury retrograde into the 12th house. This could have us just have Leos retreating back into their own house, back into the cage. The 12th house rules institutions, it rules prisons. This could have you just going back into the line, back into the cage to chill. Is Leo being forced into the cage? Is there something where Leo is feeling a bit like they are being forced into a corner? There could be information coming through from the past where you might be thinking like, oh shit, I can't believe I have to re-deal with all this past trauma again, because the 12th house can be to do with like karma, trauma, past life, just tying up loose ends as well. So this could be some information could come to light where you thought you dealt with something and you haven't dealt with it as you liked or as you thought. So you might have to really go over shit to sort things out once and for all. And this is also linked with the 9th house, Leo. The 9th house is also to do with higher education, learning, spirituality. The 12th house is a very spiritual house as well. So this could have you just going back, retreating. The 12th house rules things like your bedroom, relaxing, sleeping. So this could be just telling you there could be a time now where you want to go back, nurture yourself. Cancer is all about nurture yourself, strengthen yourself, do the work when it comes to meditation, self-love, and then come back out bigger, brighter and bolder. Alrighty, so if you're Virgo, moon, sun, rising, mainly your rising really, so I go rising first, then moon, then sun, to check out the videos too, alright? Virgo, this is great, it's your 11th house. So you're going to be going over what it is of value to you, your hopes, dreams and desires. What is it that you want to be focusing your energy on? When you're retrograding planets going through the 11th house, it's going to be having you looking back at like your old dreams, old hopes, old desires. Like you're like, oh yeah, I had that plan, I had that dream, I had that goal. Where am I now? Am I in the right step for it? Am I achieving my goals and dreams? Am I doing the right stuff to get to where I want to be? So this is a question that Mercury retrograde in your 11th is going to be asking you. This is linked into your 8th house of gains as well. Your 8th house is to do with other people's money, finances, joint finances, business. Can be to do with banks, institutions, money that people give to you. So linked into your 11th house. This could be old opportunities coming resurfacing up to you. This could be old business associates, or business partners, or even ex-lovers. This is one of the signs where ex-lovers can come back, where money is involved, where money could be owed to you, you might have to give back, or you might have to pay out, or you might even get payout as well with Mercury retrograding in your 8th and the 11th house and being lit up. So yeah, this is all linked to do with your finances, your long-term gains and dreams and goals as well, whether that be with your partnerships. And also if you think about it, 11th house is all to do with your groups, your 8th house is all to do with partnerships as well. So your biggest windfalls and gains can come into fruition when working in a team or in a partnership. And also Mercury is all about groups as well, and communicating within groups. So I think it's great to harness that sort of duality energy for you to make gains. 11th house being the house of gains. Alright. Okay, so if you are Libra rising, sun or moon. So this is your 10th house, Libra. This is going to be, so Mercury Retrograde is going to go to your 10th house. So again, a bit similar to Cancer, where you're going to be questioning your input into the world, into the workforce, into business, into how you show up, into your career. Are you doing the right career? Are you in the right career for you? You might even be going back to an old career. You might have an opportunity to come up from an old job, an old business associate. You might be tying up loose ends and just cutting cords when it comes to a career and moving forward in a new one. The retrograde isn't the best time to start something new. However, it's a good time to go over things with a fine tooth comb. Retrograde is about re-evaluating, reassessing, re-examining your goals, dreams and desires, tweaking what's not working, tweaking what is, and then moving forward slowly and surely. So yeah, this is all to do with your public persona, how you like to show up. This is the house of parents as well. It's coming to do with maybe some sort of like responsibility or communication is needed when it comes to one of your parents or a parental figure, or even a grandparent with your 4th and 10th house axis. These rule like your parents, your grandparents. So these are the axes that you're working with the 10th house, Libra, where you need to apply nurture. You want to nurture where your energy is going as regards to your career, the energy that you're putting into your family unit, or the people that you class as your family as well. And this is going to be highlighting your 7th house, and again, 7th house is to do with relationships as well. So where this could be like, and this is another one of the signs where ex-lovers will come back from the past. With it being at 7th house of love and relationships, trust me, I know, during this retrograde, I'm a Libra rising, so I've already had like numerous lovers come back from the past who want to hit me up. Hey boo, what's going on? I'm like, nothing's going on, retrograde's going on, do not be phoning me, see you later. So yeah, 10th house and 7th house is little for you guys, Libra. I'm feeling you to Libra's my sign as well. So I know what you're going through. But yeah, this could be a great time if you do want to reconcile. This is a great time to re-examine what needs to be worked on when it comes to relationships. Where the hatchet needs to be buried, where bridges need to be burned, where the olive branch needs to be reached. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So Scorpio. If you are Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Always start backwards. If you're Scorpio rising, Sun and Moon, this is for you. So, Scorpio, this is your 9th house. Mercury Retrograde is going for your 9th house. This is all to do with your spiritual beliefs and your value system in general. This is going to be having you thinking about what the fuck is it that I actually believe in anymore. 2020 has been a mad year, so this is going to have Scorpios who think deep anyway. They think times 1 million about everything anyway, thinking what the fuck is that I even believe in anymore? What the things I used to believe, my core values, they're changing, they're uncertain. What was working for me, the people that I believed in, the religion that I believed in, spirituality that I believed in, it's not working for me. This is something that's going to be coming up for you, where you're going to want to be working on that, questioning that. And you're going to maybe even changing that as well. You're going to be putting your energy back into spiritual practice as well, where you may have, like, for Scorpio, this is one of the signs of the occult, one of the signs of tarot, one of the signs of astrology. This could be having you go back to an old practice where you go back into meditation, go back into an old spiritual practice, go back into reading religious books. Also, this is a house of higher learning and higher education as well, so you could be thinking about going back to higher education and go back into learning a new skill, an old skill actually, that you had maybe forgotten about, or even, I'm just saying my dog toys, or even like starting a course where you thought about starting a while ago and you never got around to doing it. So this is something that you're going to want to put your energy back into. And so this is also going to be highlighting, Scorpio, your 6th house. So what is the 6th house? The 6th house is all to do with your data activities. So there's going to be this is the health house as well. So Scorpio would be one of the signs where there's healing needs to be done with old wounds. This could be old health problems coming up for you as well, Scorpio, during this time. Retrograde brings things retrograde drags shit back from the past, basically. So just be aware of that. So this is going to be highlighting your 6th and 9th house, like I said. So this could be old health problems, sorting out your day-to-day routine as well. Chiron being there as well is going to be an absolute ball ache when it comes to sorting out your routines, and like everything can be like a bit more of a struggle than it normally is, but Chiron is all about healing. So this is about addressing the issues. It's not about burying it in the sand. This could be a great time where you want to be dealing with therapists, dealing with counselling, something like that, to work through your issues. And this will in turn nurture that 9th house spirituality and your value system, and just strengthen the bonds that you had before in faith and beliefs that you used to have. Alright, so if you are, I'm going backwards through the zodiac. If you are Sagittarius, rising sign, moon sign, and your sun sign. Sagittarius is sort of your sun sign the least important when it comes to astro. Well, not the least important, but your rising sign is first and foremost. If you don't know your rising sign, go to astro.com, put in your birth time. You need to know your birth time for this. That's going to give you the most accurate, Mercury Retrograde, I can't get my words out, indicative reading personal to you, because the time and second that you are born, the stars do not align in that particular pattern. But I think it's like every 25,000 years. So if you can imagine, your chart is so personal to you that you need to know your birth time to get the best reading, alright? So Saggies, this is going to be 8th house. I love the 8th house. The 8th house is the house of sex, the house of marriage, death, rebirth, the occult, other people's money, debts, money owed to you. The 8th house is one of my favourite houses. So this is going to be lit up for you. So Mercury retrograde in the 8th house, money owed to you will be coming back to you. Ex-lovers will be coming back to you. Sagittarius is going to be one of the signs where ex-lovers will be coming back from the past. Booty calls. The 8th house is the house of sex, right? So this is the booty call house. The 5th house is booty calls too, but the 8th house is like the sex house. So yeah, this could be ex-lovers coming back from the past. This could be reconciliation when it comes to partnerships, to do with work, business relationships, contracts. If you do have to sign anything during the Mercury retrograde period, make sure you look over everything with a fine-tooth comb. Make sure you don't sign anything straight away. You have to examine everything. And don't say don't sign anything till after retrograde unless you can. You have to live your life. The stars are going to do what they do. You need to use your tools the best that you can at any given time. And this is going to be highlighting your 5th house as well. So the 5th house is with Chiron being there. You're saying to Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is all about taking the risks, is if you need to take risks, do so with foresight, do so with knowledge. Don't just jump in Sagittarius, as well you love to do. With closed eyes when it comes to contracts, agreements, and especially when it comes to other people's money as well. I'm Capricorn moon. Yeah, I'm coming to Capricorn. So, yeah, if you have any questions, leave in the comments. Like I said, if you just joined me, I'm recording on 2 channels. I'm recording on my YouTube and my Instagram as well. So if I'm not looking at the cameras, I'm looking at 2, because Mercury retrograde fucked up my videos and deleted all my videos. So I'm having to do it live, which I think is better actually. I'm loving it live, to be fair. So, yeah, back to Sagittarius anyway. Sagittarius, like I said, this is like your 5th house. The 5th house is the house of sex too. So, this is one of the signs where your ex-lover will be coming back. Ex-lovers, Sagittarius generally have more than one ex-lover, or they usually have more than one lover on the go at the same time. So just make sure that if you are keeping shit on the down low, that this will be the time when secrets are uncovered during the retrograde, especially in Cancer as well, because everyone's going to be emotionally heightened in Cancer season, and they're going to be like speaking of what they believe is very true to them. So just bear that in mind. Alrighty, so Capricorn, if you are Capricorn rising, okay, if you're Capricorn rising, sun or moon, this is for you. Capricorn, this is going to be your 7th house of relationships. So this is going to be having you, Mercury retrograde is going back into your 7th house. We're going to be talking about relationships, how you show up in a relationship, what it is that you want in a relationship, how you communicate, how people communicate with you as well. Are you being emotionally fulfilled with that 7th house being lit up? Are you being nurtured? Are you doing the nurturing work for others as well? Because relationships are a two-way thing. Capricorn is generally always about work. I have a Capricorn moon. I know what it's like to be Capricorn. We're all about the money. We're all about stacking. We don't do the feelings. We don't want to hug you. We want to fix your problems. But with that Cancer retrograde, we're all about feeling the feels, feeling your emotions, expressing those as much as Capricorn can. And again, this is one of the signs where you might get ex-lovers come back from the past. You might want to text that ex. You might want to make contact with ex-lovers, ex-business partners, any sort of past relationship. I would say friends on a kind of level. I always see friends as the third house mainly, and the 11th house, I guess. 7th house always feels a bit stronger, so it could be like really tight best friend type relationship, but it's mainly to do with like partners, lovers, wife, husband, that sort of energy really. But it can be to do with business as well, or anything where it's duality. So the retrograde going through your 7th house is going to be having you looking at your relationships and how they function for you, and whether you're happy with those, if you want to be letting them go. This is going to be making aspects to Chiron, like I said before. Chiron is going to be in your 4th house of family, the 4th house of stability as well. So whether this could be to do with relationships where you need to be examining where you stand when it comes to family dynamics, where there's healing involved with your parental figures or people that you call your parents. This could be to do with healing old bonds, old trauma, old wounds when it comes to family and partnerships as well. So there's a lot of forgiveness that needs to be done. A lot of so when I say forgiveness as well, people are like, oh, well, can't forgive. Like, forgiveness is more like peace of mind for you. It's like, I always say to people, do you want to be, it's like you drink, when you have so much anger for somebody, it's like you're drinking this poison and expecting the other person just to die, and they're going about their life, not even thinking about you. So forgiveness is like saying, you know what, I'm taking my power back. I forgive you for what you did. I don't condone what you did, but for my own peace, I forgive you. I forgive myself, and I'm moving forward. And that's the kind of Chiron energy that you need to be embracing for you to be at peace with yourself and give better, have better relationships with yourself and the important people around you, and invite healthy relationships in. Alrighty, so if you are Aquarius, Sun, Moon or Rising. Aquarius rising, so this is your 6th house. So Mercury's going to be fucking up your 6th house. It's going to be playing havoc with your day-to-day. Your routine's going to be out the window. So I'm Aquarius, I'm laughing because I'm Aquarius Sun anyway, so this is going to be affecting me. Your routine's going to be, and most people's routines are out the window at the moment anyway, with the whole quarantine lockdown situation going on, depending on where you are in the world. So yeah, Mercury retrograde, routines out the window. However, if you want to put a spin on it, like I always say, the transits have two sides. So if you think about it, Mercury retrograding back into that 6th house. Actually, this could be bringing your routines back, or bringing back an old routine. This could be seeing some people going back to work. If you're Aquarius rising, this is your 6th house. This could be having to go back into your old routines again, go back into the place that you used to visit. The 6th house retrograde. The 6th house can be the house of enemies and undoing. So this could be you getting beef from like people that you had beef with back in the day, the past, or things that you thought you'd like tied up and stuff. This is going to come back to bite you in the ass. This is your 3rd house as well, Aquarius. So Chiron is in the 3rd house. This is where your healing is need to be doing. So there's wounds here. There's old wounds resurfacing when it comes to old enemies, old grudges, old competitiveness. People in your local area who you need to like make peace with, maybe with that Aquarian energy, where there's healing work needs to be done, and there might be forgiveness that needs to be done, and you know, the burying and the healing of old wounds, so you can move forward in that 6th house energy and put into rest any sort of grudges that you may have. Mercury retrograde goes to your 6th house as well. 6th house is the house of health. So you might be looking at your diet, looking at your fitness regime. You may be having old ailments, old physical illnesses come back again during this time. Or this could be a good time to evaluate what you eat, what you drink, your fitness, all that sort of stuff. Alright, so fifth house, fifth house. So if you are Pisces rising, Pisces sun, Pisces moon, this is your fifth house. Mercury's going to be your fifth house. So what does that mean for you? This is going to be the house of fun, the house of laughter, the house of dating, the house of risks. This is tied in with your second house of values. This is making squares to your second house. So the second house is all to do with values, to do with money, how you show up for money, how you feel about money. It's to do with big purchases as well. So this could be saying to you, something might be coming up for you where you have the opportunity to take a risk when it comes to an investment maybe, Pisces. This could be an opportunity to make themselves known to you again, something you might be overlooked, where you could invest some money of yours or make a big purchase. But the second house is to do with things like you buy like cars, the things that we love like houses, you know, that sort of shit. So yeah, this could also to do with, again, fifth house is to do with dating, so ex-lovers coming back from the past, to rekindle, reignite some old flame. Remember this is square in your second house with Chiron being there, so this is going to be to do with maybe healing in the values that you put around love and your self-worth as well. If you're like, oh, I want to go back to my ex again, is this a healthy relationship? If not, you know, why am I going back there? What makes you stay? What makes you go back? Ask yourself these questions. Mercury retrograde into your fifth house to be house. This is the house of talents and skills. So you might be going like I don't know. So something like, for example, you might be taking a dance class again. Oh, I used to go into that. I used to be really good at this. I want to start doing that again. Or I used to love doing this for fun. I used to love going skating. I used to love going like I don't know, like bike riding for fun. I want to start doing that again. This is the house of fun and skills and helping talents. So you might be getting back into old skills again, old talents. And again, into your second house, so old talents, old skills that could actually make you money in the long run as well. So just bear that in mind. Alright. So if you are Aries, this is going to be, so if you're Aries, Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon, this is your fourth house. So Mercury retrograde through your fourth house. This is going to be about your relationships when it comes to your home life, to your family, to your parents. So this could be miscommunication. This could be to do with like how you show up for one another. This could be some sort of responsibility when it comes to one of your parents, one of your family ties, which is like I was saying earlier, we've had the eclipses going through this axis as well for you, through the Capricorn Cancer axis, so, sorry, through the fourth house axis, so this could be to do with striking some sort of balance when it comes to work life, home life, family life, balance here where you've been pulled in different directions, Aries. This could be to do with, this could even just be to do with wanting to move, you know? This is not the best time to do that with the retrograde, unless it's like an old house or something you looked at previously. This is going to be making a square to your first house with Chiron being there, so I do very much believe it's going to do with healing when it comes to how Aries like to show up for themselves, because Aries is the first house, it's the first sign, it's about the self, whereas the fourth house is all to do with family and nurture, so it's about getting that balance when it comes to what I want and what they want, and how we can make this work together as a unit. Alright, so if we are Taurus, where are we? I'm just trying to timestamp these for you guys. So Taurus rising, you are going to be, so Taurus rising, Taurus sun, Taurus moon, this is going to be your third house, guys. So your third house, so Mercury's going to be retrograde, causing havoc in your day-to-day surroundings. This could be having, I've had this transit before, and I noticed that when I have a Mercury in the third house retrograding, you will always bump into people from the past, bump into your old friends, old work colleagues, people you haven't seen for ages, just rock about nowhere. You think about someone, they just turn up. So this is going to be that sort of energy. So also the third house is to do with communication, Taurus, so be careful what you say, how you say it, who you say it to. dot all your I's, cross all your T's, check your emails, check your texts, look up your wife, look up your sons, that sort of shit. And yeah, so this is going to be highlighting your 12th house as well. So this is the house of the mind. So this is going to be like you're going to be dragged into a few different directions where you want to be on your own, where the community wants you to be out and about. This could be like disputes, maybe even like crosswords when it comes to friends, siblings, and third house rules things like cousins, aunts, uncles, and friends as well. So just be careful, like when you're communicating, you're expressing yourself clearly. And remember, this isn't the sign of Cancer, so it's going to be very emotive for you. So you want to be speaking with integrity and truth, not just like out of mad rage, because Cancer can sometimes do that. Alright, so if you are Gemini rising, so Gemini rising, Gemini sun, Gemini moon, this is going to be your second house. So Mercury Retrograde is going to go through your money house. It's going to be asking you to question your finances, what you're spending money on, thinking about what it is you're spending on, where you want to be spending it, how you're even making money. Like, you know, your second and your 11th house are going to be lit. You've got Chiron going through your 11th house of gain. So Gemini, anyway, from the back, you're going to be thinking about my long-term plans, my long-term goals, my long-term desires, what it is that I want to be investing my money, my energy into. With this retrograde period, you might even have money come to you from like unexpected sources as well, or money owed to you, or money that you didn't know, money that you didn't know was available to you, will make itself available to you. This can be to do links to with I can't get my words out. Mercury retrograde. This can be linked with the groups of people that you socialise with, the groups that you're involved with, moving around in influential circles as well with that 11th house. And that will hold you in good stead when it comes to manifesting the abundance that you desire. Okay guys, so that was me just going through the houses for Mercury Retrograde. So I've done things differently today. I've been doing a live on my Insta and on my YouTube as well. So I really hope you like that. I'm so sorry that I've left it so long. As I said, I had some really bad technical issues with Mercury fucking up my... Yeah, because so I'm Libra rising, Mercury's going to my 10th house, destroying all my fucking videos for my business channel, which is my 10th house. So, but I've managed to work around it, and I think I'm going to like the new format as well anyway, and I'll keep doing it like this. So I'm going to do another video on the eclipse this week, because the eclipse comes from the 4th of July, which is going to be hella intense. So watch out for that video. Check out my Instagram, which is Pluto by Astro. I'd love it if you'd like, subscribe, share, all the things. And if you'd love to have a reading with me, I do astrology readings, I do tarot readings. I look at your birth charts, I can do love readings as well. So have a look at my services on my Insta, or you can slide into my DMs, leave me a comment, ask me a question about astrology. I'm pretty active on Instagram as well. So yeah, this is my comeback video. So I'll look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you guys.